spring is finally here, and with it comes a slew of seasonal allergies. And while you're loading up on medicine, your pets could be suffering in silence. WAAY31's Dimitri McClinton takes a closer look at pet allergies and their warning signs.
Well, Megan, I spoke with several people today, and many didn't know that animals can develop allergies. And even more shocking, most were pet owners. That's why veterinarians want everyone to pay particular attention to the warning signs. The sights and sounds of spring, when flowers are blooming, birds are singing, and you're battling allergies. And it's not just us. Our four-legged friends have allergies too.
She sneezed a couple times.
Michaela Shansholzer is a mom to her beloved dog, Teddy.
She bites really hard when she plays.
One thing Michaela doesn't play around with is Teddy's health, especially since experts are saying this allergy season could be more severe than past years.
Allergies are actually very common, and especially dogs. They can be allergic to pollens. They can be allergic to danders, even human dander.
Mold, fabrics, perfumes, cigarette smoke, even food. Allergens inhaled or ingested can cause severe reactions such as itching, scratching, hair loss, redness of the skin and ears, vomiting, and diarrhea.
Top sign of allergies in dogs is chewing on the feet.
A skin and or blood allergy test can be performed to treat it.
Antihistamines, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Some of the drugs can get a little bit pricey, but they do tend to work pretty well.
But if you're thinking of trying a home remedy, Dr. Horn says think again.
There's not one particular home remedy that's really going to prove to be a solution.
And allergies can show up in animals at any age. With Easter quickly approaching, it's important to keep Easter baskets and candy away from your pets because chocolate can be toxic and cats can choke on the green grass that's in the baskets. Megan?
If those colder temperatures are putting you in a bad mood, this little puppy is sure going to put you in a good one. Absolutely adorable this morning.
Thank you, Liz. And guess what time it is, everyone? Time for Pets and Vets right here on WAAY31. So you can go ahead and give us a call right now at 536-0077. We'll have this cute little puppy, and we'll introduce you to him or her coming up in just a few moments. Give us a call. And welcome back to WAAY31 First News at 11. It is time for Pets and Vets right here on WAAY31 First News. And we've got a cute little puppy here. And, of course, Dr. Muther is here as well.
Thank you.
Who do we have on our hands today?
This is little Teddy. She's a 12-week-old toy poodle. She has a home, so unfortunately, but yeah, she's a very sweet little girl. They're really good dogs, of course. Quick learners, good for apartments. Also can be quite active dogs as well, especially, you know, their larger counterparts, their standard poodles. They were used for hunting, things like that, but they are very sweet dogs. So.
They're super smart and easy to train. My brother had a poodle for a very, very long time, and jumping, treats, I mean, anything you can really teach them, and they don't get too big.
No, they really don't. And of course, you know, they do have that hypoallergenic coat as well. So for those people who do have allergies, I think they're quite good. But
if you've got questions, you can always give us a call right here on WAAY31 First News at 11 with our Pets and Vets segment. It's 536-0077. We already have a caller on the line right now, so let's go to Patty. Patty, you're up first. What's your question?
Yes, I have a 5-year-old Lopsy-Poo, and he had his anal glands removed about 8 months ago. There were stitches in both sides, adjacent right and left to his anal glands, to his rectum. Then he started, the stitches stayed in for a long time and they dissolved. Then there was a place where the stitch was on one side of the rectum that started having problems, and about every 6 weeks it would develop a soft film that was kind of purple, and then it would burst open and release blood. And I was irrigating it and taking him to the vet and showing them what was happening. They put him on several rounds of antibiotics, and this kept happening, and it's continuing to happen. And when it burst open, I've been taking a glass little glass syringe thing, and I've been irrigating it with peroxide and then putting antibiotic ointment up in there, and it's actually a little fissure that has developed, but it goes about maybe one-fourth of an inch into his body, and the vet is still puzzled and doesn't know, what is happening, and thought maybe something was stuck up in there and left in there, like maybe a stitch. So she went in there and cleaned it out real good and placed an irrigation tube, a drainage tube. So when that has come out, it's still continuing to do the same thing. It goes through this cycle, and there is just a definite fissure that's in there. I don't know what to do, but today when I irrigated it for the first time, when I put the peroxide into the fissure, some of it oozed out his rectum, and I'm very distressed about it. And the vet has taken a biopsy and is supposed to call me back. And she said that when she looked on the cells on the slide under the microscope, that it didn't look really well. I'm real concerned, and I just wondered what your opinion might be.
Oh, poor puppy.
Yeah, it's a lot there.
Yeah, that is quite. I'm sorry you have to go through that. But it does sound like your veterinarian has taken the appropriate steps in trying to figure out what's going on. Again, these anal gland surgeries, they are quite involved, and like you're saying, the stitches were in for a while. Was it that after a certain amount of time they developed some sort of reaction to the stitches? That could very well be, and you never know if that's going to happen, unfortunately. But I think, the appropriate steps were taken, and, taking a biopsy to see if there was anything else underlying, maybe causing the original issues. So, really the only thing to do is kind of to wait and see for those pathology reports, and hopefully it's nothing too serious, and go from there and talk to your veterinarian, whether referral, to a specialist is in order, or, if it gives you more of a clue of what's going on. But I'm sorry you have to go through that, but I think your veterinarian is taking the appropriate steps with that.
Yeah, Patty, our hearts definitely go out to you. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Hope your puppy gets better soon. Let's get back to the phones. We have Michael on the line. Michael, what's your question?
Yes, I have about a 1.5-year-old gray cat, and a few days ago we had some quarter-sized red scabby spots behind the head and on the side of the face, and I was just wondering what that could be. I've never seen anything like that.
You said behind the face, a scabby
Back of the head,
back of the head.
Area.
Okay. Is your kitty on some flea prevention at all?
No.
Okay. I would recommend putting your kitty on flea prevention when they're very itchy from something like an allergen or fleas. They will start scratching kind of behind their head, on the neck, behind the ears, and they will start forming these scabs. So kind of like a flea allergy, dermatitis. Definitely go see your veterinarian about it. Make sure it's not getting infected, but that's kind of what it sounds like. But again, have somebody look at it, make sure, and rule out other things as well.
All right. If you've got questions, you can always give us a call right here on WAAY31 First News at 11. Pets and Vets, 536-0077. We'll be right back.
How cute is she? This is Teddy, 12-week-old toy poodle. Teddy does have a home, but toy poodles do make great dogs, especially if someone living in an apartment or a small house. They're really awesome dogs. So very cool. Dr. Muther is here with us this morning from the Animal Care Clinic. If you have a question for her, give us a call at 536-0077. Right now we have Dorothy on the line. Dorothy, welcome to the show. What's your question?
Dorothy, you with us?
Yes. What kind of dog is hypoallergenic where you don't, if you have some allergies?
Good question. So like we were just talking, this little poodle is hypoallergenic, as well as kind of some of the cross breeds, like some of the Labradoodles, I just blanked now. The Labradoodles or the Golden Doodles. There we go. Kind of any kind of mixed breed with the poodles, and of course, the longer generations you go down, the more hypoallergenic they are. But yeah, they're really good dogs for that.
Seems like if it has the word doodle in it, it's probably hypoallergenic.
For the poodle.
Let's go back to the phones. Clarence, you're up next. Clarence, what's your question? Corey, excuse me. Corey, you're up next. Corey, what's your question? Corey, you with us? Hello, Corey?
All right, I'm not sure what's going on there, Corey. Give us a call back if you do have a question. Let's get to Barbara. Barbara, what's your question?
I have a dog that sheds all the time. Is there anything I can feed him that will cut down on the shedding?
You know, there isn't. There are kind of anti-shedding shampoos out there. Of course, you know, brushing them regularly helps with that too, but I would give that a go. The shampoo and just lots of brushing, but unfortunately there isn't much you can do about that.
A lot of people have a theory that shaving a dog down will decrease the shedding. Is that true, or are they still going to shed just littler pieces?
I mean, it's just your hair, you know, falling out kind of like with us. You know, it's a normal, natural cycle. So I don't think it's really going to do much. And of course, some breeds you really shouldn't, you know, shave down. So, but no.
If you ever see me out, I have white dog hair all over me at all times.
Yeah, I got black ones.
Sorry, Justin.
Let's try, I believe Liz is up next. Liz, what's your question?
Hi, caller. Are you there? Clarence, are you there?
Yes. I have a 2-year-old mini pinscher. And I was told that it wasn't a good idea to bathe them in the winter. Is that correct?
I don't see any problems with bathing them in the winter. Kind of curious as to why, you know, somebody said that. I mean, you shouldn't in general bathe them, you know, frequently. I mean, of course, once a month is fine, but you don't want to, you know, wash away the oils, the natural oils, which is a barrier for them. So, of course, if you bathe away the oils, then there's easier penetration for things like bacteria or fungal infections. But I don't see any problems with bathing them in the winter at all.
Probably just the shaking all those min pins do.
Yeah,
you know? They always shake.
Exactly. Just keep them warm.
Let's go back to the phones. Michael, you're up next. Michael, what's your question?
Yes. It was about 2 weeks ago, we acquired a American Bulldog puppy. But when he was born, his mother had heartworms.
Okay.
And when he was born, he has heartworms. And I was wondering what kind of medication and about how much I should give him to try to relieve the heartworms and get those out of his system.
Okay. Definitely go to your veterinarian about that. That's going to be a quite involved conversation with your veterinarian. You know, there are different treatment types as well, a fast kill versus kind of a slow kill for those heartworm. But definitely go talk to your veterinarian. Unfortunately, we just don't have the time for that right now. But it is a serious condition that you do need to go, you know, get taken care of. But yeah, just go chat with them.
Heartworm can be deadly, correct?
It can be deadly, yes. You know, they're parasites that go to the heart, different chambers, and they can cause heart failure. They can, you know, pretty much they can throw a claw as well and cause them to just kind of keel over and die, unfortunately. Wow. So it's very serious. So prevention is definitely a key, but, you know, if you're not lucky enough and you've acquired one with heartworm, then definitely go see a veterinarian and have that fixed.
Poor baby. I hope he or she gets better soon.
Absolutely. If you've got any questions, you can always give them a call down at the Animal Care Clinic. They're located down on the south end of the Parkway. You can reach them at 882-2525. Liz will have a look at the forecast when we come back.